So that's it. So don't forget, Raven's Revenge, they have all they have to do is try and rack up points. This is going to be huge going forward. The round is going to reset. We'll get 2 new guards on deck. You've got the Chicken Champions and the Funky Fighters. So now they can try to lock out other players from scoring. And it depends on how well they do, right? Because again, these are big 10-point props. There's a lot of them as well. You know, the props outnumber you pretty substantially.
And if you recall the first game where the Ravens Revenge were actually in second to the Funky Fighters. So like you said, being able to take your time and make sure that you know exactly what you need to do kind of gives them a little bit of an advantage. But the Funky Fighters really did come out to a huge lead in the first, scoring 5 points, or 5 total. See if they can hold it down right now and keep the lead as it is. The Chicken Champions at 20 are not going to be able to close the gap. But we'll see if the Fish Fam, the Cuddle Crew, and everybody else can approach the Funky Fighters right now. They're trying to stop that from happening.
Well, Scissors did just drop in with that 10-point prop, who's closing that gap. If they can get another 10-point prop in, they're going to be tied with the Funky Fighters. But they actually have to make it there to the center to make it into the incinerator. That is going to be make or break. We have 2 minutes left on the clock. And, you know, my first instinct for this would be, you know what, I just got to go. I just got to try and run out as much as I can. That's actually counterintuitive. Right now, you want to just be taking baby steps, right? Just making sure you can secure those points is crucial.
All the players right now, you can see them down below trying to get the shots as possible. They're racking up the eliminations right now. I don't think Fish Fam may have gotten one through. Taldat gets one through. That's going to even the gap a little bit. Here's the Funky Fighters again, just blind shooting through the black. And remember, 1:30 to go on this guard. Fish Fam has tied it up with that score right there.
And so has Cuddle Crew. They got 2 props in, so they're 1 prop behind right now. Oh, Action, you gotta be careful, buddy.
One prop behind, there's a little whip coming through as well. So all of a sudden, these teams are letting a lot of props through, or maybe it's the props who figured out their timings, figured out their tendencies, figured out when they stop shooting. 1 minute to go here. Here's Ninja, he's got a car. This is one of the most difficult obstacles or props to get in.
Don't stack on top of each other. Oh, so dangerous, because when you see things like that tight together, you're like, yeah, oh no, the bumper. You gotta land.
He was moving. Unfortunate there. You've got to press that control key at the last second to be able to make sure it makes it through. Dude, that's a lot of points racking up. They're at 80 now, 30 points ahead of the Funky Fighters, which is unfortunate for their guard watch. 30 seconds to go.
They've taken the lead here, 20 points now. Excuse me, 30 points ahead. Make that 40. The numbers are changing like crazy. But right now, Scissors and the Fish Fam, they've got the lead. And this is huge right now. Don't forget the Funky Fighters are in the center, so they can't rack up points. We've got 10 seconds left. Whoever's out the field, they need to make it into the incinerator right now.
Are they going to have any more points? A crew, it doesn't look like anybody's close. That's going to be the round. The Funky Fighters and the Chicken Champions end up closing out that guard watch. We'll see where the standings end. I did notice something though, Zeke, is that the Ravens Revenge were at 0 for that run. They didn't get a single prop through, which is a far cry from their performance on Sky Station Showdown. They were second.
They need to band together right now. They need to rally, and they need to make this happen. Round 3 begins. You've got the Fish Fam and the Sunshine Soldiers in the middle. So now the Fish Fam, you know, we saw this before. They got this lead, but now they have to try and block everyone else out getting points. And as we've clearly seen, it is actually way more difficult than it sounds.
And judging by the first run of the Funky Fighters, they got 50 early on. We'll see if they can get and double their score, essentially, to tie up with the Fish Fam. But Sunshine Soldiers also being a guard, and the first 2 right now ending up on guard watch.
2.5 minutes left on this timer. You see people hitting these hidden little bumpers. So a little surprise in case you've been wondering why have they been flying up. There's little secret bumpers that are buried. You can see one right there that looks like a little silver dome. If players touch that, they're actually launched into the sky. And it's a very clear, like, hey, this is a person. They have disguised themselves as a prop. You should probably eliminate them. 2 minutes here on the clock. And Fish Fam are just tearing it up. But look, Funky Fighters, they were guards last round. They were behind pretty far. And now they're starting to close up that gap, right? If they can get another 3 props in within this 2-minute timer, they're going to be in a great spot heading into that final round.
Tyler trying to hold it down before he gets his last opportunity to go with the props. But here the Cuddle crew, and they're going to be on guard watch next. So if they don't solidify this lead very strong right now, it's going to be so difficult. Meanwhile, the Ravens Revenge did finally get a prop in. They could have a final round that could be amazing. We'll continue to watch here for the Cuddle crew. Llama Record Company and Funky Fighters all earn a point in just a second there. 1 minute and 20 seconds for this guard watch to end.
Cuddle Crew's only a single prop behind. The Funky Fighters are only 2, and so are the Llama Record Company. Raven's Revenge is now on the board with a single. That's a Raven. Look at that. Scissors, he's got this on lock. He's got the entire map laid out in his mind, and he can tell the difference. Wait, does he catch 2? He did not. Wait, these other 2 trucks, are they actually going to make it in? They're making it in. Yeah.
That's unfortunate. They snuck right under his nose. They get in. But it doesn't.
Oh, he hit that person from the blinds.
Wow. He heard you, Zeke. He knew.
Listen.
Flexing a little bit on everybody.
He knows I'm a big fan of his. All right, he knows. He knows. Cuddle Crew. They're nice and hidden. All right, got to watch the bumper. There is one hidden. You see it right there in front? Be careful. You can see it. It's right there. Don't do it. Nope. Never mind. That was looks like that was Fish Fam.
And it looks like a lot of props are making it towards the center right now. I think I just saw 3. Very close. Here's the approach from Huizi. Remember, they have to get sorted to get scored. So Tomoya, I think, will be the last prop here. Bensor making a push for it. No. But what a push there at the last second. They do all tie up. 3, the top 3 are tied up at 100. So that means this last round of Junkyard Juke is going to be so crucial.
This is very scary heading into round number 4. So take a look. In the center of the map, you've got Svenos and his crew. So don't forget, there's 3 teams tied for first. You've got the Fish Fam, you've got the Funky Fighters, and you have the Cuddle Crew. So basically, they are well ahead of the pack, but they're fighting each other right now. Little Whip, or excuse me, sorry, the Llama Record Company, and now Little Whip and the Cuddle Crew, they're at 90, so they could close that gap, but they have to work so much harder to do that. You've got the Cuddle Crew in the middle, and this means they're not racking up any points for this round, right? They're just trying to keep everyone else from accruing points.
And 5th place or lower at this point. They don't have a good performance from the Sunshine Soldiers. The Chicken could go through. Nice shot there from his team. Joining them as well as the Llama Record Company in 2nd place. So 2nd or lower is all they can achieve.
So for right now, Llama Record Company, remember, they can't accrue points. They literally have to try and stop Fish Fam and the Funky Fighters from racking up points. If they get even 1 through, they are going to be edged out. Everything is riding on this moment right now. How accurate are they? How quickly and how much do they remember the map? Look at all these props here on the left side of the screen. One just got through with the quest. Over, so did Fish Fam.
Nice shot there from
Great shot for sure.
He knew that there was a proper approach. He knew that he didn't find anybody in the last couple of seconds. He knew. Is he going to be able to find this one? You can see he's pre-firing through the black as they all try to approach. What a nice play from Alex. Nice strategy. Now remember, now that the Little Whip and Fish Fam have taken the lead, the Funky Fighters fall to 3. And since they got first in the first game, that means it's just more close when you think about the overall standings here.
Yeah, look, Little Whip again, get another prop in. They're pushing ahead, man. These guys are pulling away from the pack right now. Llama Record Company, they've got to just start trying to pick off these props. They've got to keep the Fish Fam and the Little Whip down. Maybe have someone else potentially contest, but right now, man, the Little Whip Warriors, Ninja and his team are just destroying this final round.
Doing a very good job on guard duty right now. Besides the top 2 ending up getting a couple of points, they're not letting anybody below them earn anything. A lot of props approaching right now. The timing's going out. Ninja gets in with the car, scores, and that just solidifies the lead even further, but I think Fish Fam scored. No, they didn't. Look, first place to Little Whip Warriors now. There's no tiebreaker involved. 20 seconds to go. Can anybody else score?
just gotta go. Do not jump. You just gotta go. That's right. Oh. Okay, there's another round of points coming through. Little Whip at 150. And look, Taldak's right here. That's gonna put him at 160 with 10 seconds left.
That's the win for sure for the Little Whip Warriors here. And Junkyard Juke as the timer expires. As Ninja scores in the final moments, as well as Taldak. The first win for the Little Whip Warriors, and it couldn't come at a better time here, Zeke.
That's right, man. Look, don't forget, those Silver Llamas are scattered right now. This puts them in a great spot. If they can get this world run win, they can secure themselves that gold llama. And out of nowhere, they can steal away the victory from everyone else around. A fantastic showing of the Little Whip Warriors, man, dude. They came out of nowhere. They were just on it. They flipped the switch and they said, you know what, we're getting all these props in, and we're just gonna get pulled away from the pack.
That's what happened. Perfect play. At the beginning, they had the guard defense. They didn't let anybody get over close to, I think the Ravens are, no, the Ravens had 0. I'm thinking of the Funky Fighters had 50 in the first run.
Yeah.
But nobody else really did anything, and the Funky Fighters ended up starting to slow down. They didn't manage to keep up their pace. Little Whip Warriors took perfect advantage of that.
Yeah, and I mean, you can just kind of see they were very calm, cool, and collected in the whole thing, right? They just kind of navigated the map correctly. You kind of saw it happen a little bit, but there was almost like this clustering that happened. You know, when you've got 3 rusted cars right next to each other where there clearly is no rusted cars at all, you're like, okay, well, these guys are very clearly props, right?
They figured it out eventually.
They did.
Separate, approach all in different ways, use the props at the front to kind of, you know, protect so that the guys who are just barely behind you can then make their approach and get 2 points at least, or at least 20 points in this version. But great performance for Little Whip. Again, couldn't come at a better time because that puts them in contention for this Golden Llama. And that's the bonus. That is the win. That is the win condition for this Creative World Cup.
Well, I think the only thing that we need to do right now is send it down onto the stage. I want to hear from the Little Whip Warriors, so let's go over to Monster, who's standing by with them right now.
All right, so I'm gonna be honest. I thought early on the Sky Station Showdown, Ninja Squad specifically was gonna be dominating because of the fact that, you know, the way the qualifiers worked, you guys were out there running shooter trials, and you were struggling. But you guys are finally finding your stride. So let's just touch on it. How does it feel to be in the running? Now you finally got a victory. You're so close. The Golden Llama's on the line. You guys are so close. What do you think about this?
Honestly, kind of relieved, to be completely honest with you guys, because, I mean, we were kind of nervous the first 3 sets. I mean, we were not doing the best, but now we're here, so, I mean, hey, we're in the running, and that's all that matters.
All right, so you're in the running. You want to hold this lead, but more importantly, what team do you guys feel you need to shut down? I think it's the Funky Fighters. Is there any other team that specifically, I know we started off, Ninja said the Ravens Revenge, but I don't know. I think things are really shaking up. What squad out here is surprising you so far?
Dude, those Ravens, man, like, yesterday we were fighting with them all day. We got the edge on them yesterday, but today they came out and really surprised us.
And there you guys have it. So, as you can see, easily things can really shake up here, and just like that, suddenly, it's anyone's game to win. Ninja Squad can take it for all we know.
Well, we'll have to see because we have a single golden game left. And in case you've forgotten, it's the World Run. And the remix is a single life.
That's so brutal. You can't understate how difficult that is going to be. I mean, especially when everything is on the line here. Everything matters. Everybody wants to get first in this last match.
That's right. Don't forget, we've been bouncing around, right? We started on the World Run. We saw 16 of 8 rack up to 30 points. But then we moved to Sky Station Showdown. So now you're like, okay, my mind has to go there and be ready for that. Then we moved to Junkyard Juke. You're like, okay, we'll have to move again. So these guys may not be in a, you know, once we're doing it back to back, almost built up that muscle memory, they may not have that based on this. We'll have to see, man.
Very true. You're kind of rusty when you move on to the World Run after these last
Right.
There's no mechanics in Junkyard Juke are the same at all in the World Run. So we'll have to see if they still are warm for that.
Yeah, but hey, you know what? If you want to play these things, don't forget they're actually in game right now. They're available as LTMs. Play them through the weekend. You've got until Sunday. You want to check them out? Give them a try. I'm telling you, they are super fun. If you get more coins than me, I got 14. hit us with the hashtag or tweet at me. That's fine. I'll hold the L. I respect it. I'm not a death runner. I'll be honest. I'm not much of a BR player. I'm pretty bad actually. That's why Sundown carries me pretty much the entire time. But again, man, let's focus in on these games. Don't forget. Let's not talk about how terrible I am. The Gold Llama. That's what's on the line right now. You know,
I think Ninja just actually found out what the remix was there. Like he did something. He
was like, wait a minute, what?
No, definitely should have known before, but here we go into the world run. All the players are loading up and getting ready. It's so important to make sure that everything is perfect because you have one chance, one opportunity here to make a difference. If you mess up, it's over.
That's right.
So I'm looking for Turtle. I'm looking for the players like Scissors, Suzu, who completely clutched out for the Fish Fan, both of them together. And really, it's not on the shoulders of one player. Even more so, right? We were talking about it earlier. The entire team needs to perform. But here, when they could be going out early, everybody needs to step up. Every single person.
That's right. This is the final opportunity to try and claim the Golden Llama and take a slice of that final $1 million prize pool available to the winner. And of course, let's not forget the World Cup Creative Champions. The time is now. Here we go. The game is about to begin. If you guys are here watching from the stadium, let them know you support them. Let them hear you right now. Let's hear it for all these teams. That's what I'm talking about. They need your energy right here, right now. 10 seconds before we hop into the game. Don't forget, it's World Run. That remix, a single life. Who is going to come out on top right now? It's anyone's game.
We'll see who out of the gate as they open right now. Who out of the gate is going to go down? How slow are they going to take this? You can see everybody does not want to move. You can cut the tension with the knife right now. Here, MSYB is going to be the first to go. Dan in the back as well. Everybody's staggering their players so that they know what they need to do one by one. I heard some tracks, MSYB. There he goes. Gets the first couple of coins and everybody at the same time. Funky Fighters have 6 right now. What a run so far from MSYB, not missing a beat.
The Funky Fighters are already off to a strong start. Oh,
no!
MSYB. Oh, an error was made there on his part, but it's okay. He's still got his crew. They can still make it through. Funky Fighters are still racking up the points. Here we go. They're going to pick up their 10th right here, right now. This is literally, I'm telling you, man, this is where this precision jump comes through.
Come on.
Photo.
He made it. So here two.
Actually, no, let this, don't even, just let the whole thing reset. Yep. Take a step back, let it reset.
Every single one of his teammates down in the bottom left?
Yes, it is. It is all the back of Photo right now. He's got to make it through. The trigger now, he has to go back through.
That's not the coin to go for.
That was not the coin to go for, but it's okay. He's committed. Come on, you have to guarantee trigger these enough ball. Third set. Fourth set. He's through. Okay.
Oh, dude, my heart is beating out of my chest right now. This is so just tense. What can you even, like, he's by himself. This is their only chance. He has 11 coins right now, but that's just high. In the castle, there's not too much danger after those spike traps.
Right.
So we can move forward. They have to make sure they grab every single coin. Meanwhile, Chicken Champions on the other side, he's by himself as well. I wonder how many different teams have anybody alive right now. Is it really up to the Chicken Champions and the Funky Fighters right now? We'll see.
Editando y construyendo con doble L. Ay, no.
There's the Cuddle crew. They've got 2.
They have 2. Raven's Revenge looks like they have 1 player as well. Okay, nice. The coin is picked up. There's only 1 left here. So remember, 14 is the max amount you can get before heading up to the next level. And the castle is the halfway mark.
Just got word that Fish Fam actually has 3 people up. Only 10 coins for them. So maybe taking things slow, letting things play out, and seeing how the other teams do. Because really, the time is not of the essence in this case. Until the very last player. There's Fish Fam. One did go down in the meantime. This is Tyler. Suzu is down, which is crucial because he was the player who was the speed demon. But again, it's not speed that matters, it's execution. Here's going back through. Can he make it? Most dangerous part of the castle. Nice re-trigger.
¿Qué dicen? Streameo en Twitch o acá, mío.
Alright.
No sé qué hacer.
Haven't seen Huddle Finger
Para
make
que
any
se
more coin. Maybe they're sliding, maybe they've been eliminated in Castle. I mean, it's pretty hard to be eliminated in Castle. The only way really is in the traps there. You've got the Funky Fighter with He's crying his eyes out. Wait,
Guys, if you want Lachlan to go for this, you gotta give it up to him right now. If you want Lachlan to go for the jump, Lachlan, you gotta go for it!
There has to be a Lachlan chant. Lachlan. Come on, you have to go. But the thing is, he's talking through his teeth. He's like, look, what do I have to do? What do I need to make here, right? This is good, because remember, they have 6 minutes.
Se trabó, mío. Se cayó fuerte. ¿Por qué? Concha de tu hermana. Puta que te reparió. ¿Qué mierda pasó?
To make this in one. See, you see him taking that step back. He's like, look, the trap's not right. This isn't right.
I'm way farther ahead of anybody else. He's gonna wait until everybody else goes. Here's the Ravens' revenge. He's gonna tie it up.
There you go.
In terms of place that there are, but the Ravens' revenge don't have anybody else, so he can't get to that other lane to collect those coins.
Right.
Which is crucial.
And don't forget, if he got here by himself, too, that means there was that extra point, remember? Because there's 2 lanes, he left one behind. So there's more pressure on him right now.
The scissors. That's what Scissors did in that game before. He's going for it. He's not stopping. He does need to make sure he beats the Fish Fam. You can see now Zan going at the same time. Here it is through the jumps. He's waiting a little bit. Jump.
Yes! Okay, pressure's on right now, because don't forget they're a single point behind.
Zan going at the same time right now. Wow, he's going for the variable impulses.
1, 2. Okay,
Zan makes it.
Yes!
One more jump! Magma makes it to the variable impulses, one of the most difficult jumps. And the deep breath does come in. Magma is putting the team on his back right now, from what I can tell. Is everybody? Lachlan's going, guys.
Going. He's got to make this jump. Does he make it? There you go. All right. So look, he's he slides like
at the same time, Magma in the top left did end up getting another coin. Here goes Lachlan, guys. Give him your energy. He's going for the jump.
Look, Magma, for a moment, he's doubting himself. You can't, Magma, get your head in the game. You know you can make this jump. Here we go. The jump comes out. Yes! 1, 2. He doesn't go for the coin. He doesn't go for the coin. Wait, you needed that coin. That can make the difference.
Why is this team not telling him?
It's too risky. Maybe he feels like it's too risky. He's thinking about it. Should I maybe try to double back? I mean, if he gets down the ramp, he's going to have his little icy toes. He's going to slip right off. This could be it. This could be the moment that makes or break their game.
There's Zan too.
Look, he's thinking about the same thing. He's like, should I go for this? Is this coin worth it?
He has to come back through there to get up to the next stage anyways. Magma taking a huge breath. We'll have to see if you know, the status on everybody else. I believe these are last 2 players.
This is tough. We're getting word Lachlan has actually made it to the castle. He has not made it to the castle yet. I misspoke there. All right, here we go. Magma, great trigger. No! Wait, it's okay. He used the rock recovery. They knew about it.
Coin. No! And Magma is out of the game, and with that, the Ravens' revenge too. Lachlan bouncing. He's unfortunately out of it as well. He's not eliminated yet, but Zan going for it at the same time. Here we go. He's going to go for the coin up top.
He has to. He literally has to. Magma, though, he left the coin behind. He didn't grab the coin either. If he had grabbed that coin, he's thinking about, do I double back? Do I try to make that?
So the reason he doesn't want to go is because if he goes for the coin, he is not going to be able to get to the next thing. So they thought ahead of us. They knew Lachlan playing with fire. He is definitely not in this. Can he really make this with an impulse? No way. No. He's out.
He has
the end of Lachlan, the end of the tunnel crew. And it is now 21 to 21. He just needs one more coin.
He needs to get that
Which
coin.
is more easy for him? Is it the one on this track? Or is it the one back behind?
You can tell he lifted the finger. He said, we need one coin. Just grab this coin right down here. If he can do this without being eliminated.
There it is. The win. Oh, Mississippi gets it with the trap trigger. The fish fan. Zan clutches up for them here. Scissors and company absolutely dominating the last set of the world run. It wasn't domination, though, was it? But a clutch performance from Zans. They lost their man Scissors and Suzo early on, but everything fell on the shoulders of Zans, and he does it.
This is shaking me to my core. Because what does this mean for the standings? It's all three golden games. We saw a different winner. Funky picked up round 1. Little Whip picked up round 2. And now the Fish Fam picked up round 3. But don't forget, Fish Fam, they had an unbelievable time earlier on with 525. But, I mean, also, Funky Fighters, they got themselves the coins as well, so they all have wins.
I'm trying to think. I'm trying to think back at all the different standings because.
Chigua. Chay tu hermano. No la conozco, puta de Terrepalí.
There it is. But first off, let's just say, across the board, all of these teams performed incredibly well. Again, just calling out, there was never just like one team that kind of was ahead of the pack the whole time. Fish Fam was starting to get there, right? Like, they were that one team that was like, wait, they were the only ones that had that insane time, but everyone really showed up in massive ways. We're going to calculate the standings. For now, I think we're going to send it actually down the stage. We got Poogie standing by with the Fish Fam, so let's hear from them.
Thank you so much, Zeke. I am down here with the Fish Fam. Again, I feel like I've been talking to you guys all day. Zan, you were a little late coming over to the interview. You had to put your shoes back on. Was your performance so great that you knocked your own socks off? Is that what happened there?
It's all about getting comfortable. If you play like you play at home, you'll play better. So that's what I did.
So just being completely comfortable. That's why you took your shoes off?
Yep. Yeah.
I mean, it definitely worked for you. You were the last one alive. What was that pressure like for you?
I mean, I just took my time and did what I've done for the past year, a few different fronts, and it worked out.
And were your teammates coaching you through that whole thing?
Yeah, they were talking to me just telling me to chill, do whatever I want, take my time. Yeah.
That's awesome. It definitely makes a difference when you have such a supportive team. Now, Scissors, I'm going to come to you and talk to you for just a moment. Now, this has been an amazing moment for you, winning the death run like this. Now, how well versed are you in just having one life to live on these death runs?
I mean, I feel like I did very well, but these guys they're the GOATs, they're the best. I make all these maps, and these guys are the ones breaking the world record, so I have them on my team to carry me to the victory.
Well, that's what I love to see. Amazing team synergy, amazing teamwork. Thank you guys so much. Congratulations again. Zeke, back to you.
Man, what a humble team leader Scissors is. But, mad respect to Zan. I like that he pointed out specifically, what? I just got to play like I'm at home. I have to get comfortable. For me, I'm the same way. You're like, right, just take the shoes off, right?
You can get comfortable, but there is no way that this feels like home. There is no way that this feels like home. And with the pressure, You never have that kind of experience. That is a once-in-a-lifetime thing to do. That's just crazy.
But also to have his team there, right? They had his back. They were lifting him up saying, look, take your time. In fact, speaking of team, we actually have a listen in. Let's go back and relive that moment, but from their perspective.
Get up there, left side.
Left side?
Left side.
Yep, left side. You're good.
AFK.
Nice.
Yeah, I like that. No, I like that.
Okay.
I like that.
Okay. Yeah, wait, no, go back. Get that coin.
The next one is free. The next one is free.
Coin.
No. The next one is free. Shut up. The next one is free.
Go to the checkpoint.
This one is free.
That was pretty hectic, but as a resounding, hey, leave the coin, seemed like that was the play.
Absolutely, he was considering. You saw him circling his mouse on that final one.
He was like, but
I left it. I had to go back.
But it's right. I'll go back.
But that was so genius for all the teams who got that far to realize that that coin was not worth going back for, or even going for in the first place. Remember how we were so shocked that they didn't go for it? And we realized later that's because if you try to go for it, you will end up getting eliminated.
Right.
Because it's too difficult to make that bunny hop to the coin, grab the coin, and then continue forward.
Yeah.
You have to lose your momentum.
Those bunny hops are key to making that jump over the double danger. But man, we're calculating those standings. We're going to see who's winner. Honestly, I've been trying to do this in my head, but
we need the experts.
We need the experts, all right? I've got stuff written down, but like I can't read the code. All right, it's not coming to me. This literally could go anyone's way. And again, because those silver llamas are scattered, any team that wins that gold llama is going to win.
Let's recall the couple of games that we had in this Golden Games. Right?
Okay.
So Sky Station Showdown came down to the Funky Fighters in that final D point, all being pretty much uncontested. Nobody realized that they had their two opportunities, and they took them. They took them both. Skyrocketed from last place to first place. That put them in first in the first game.
But also, don't forget, Ravens Revenge were close that game, right? Right? They came in second place.
So, Junkyard Juke next. Okay, Junkyard Juke, we know for sure that Fish Fam did well and Little Whip Warriors did well.
Yep.
So Fish Fam is the ones who won the last one. Just unbelievable, world run in total. Who was in second in the world run?
Ravens Revenge.
Ravens Revenge. So Ravens Revenge in the first game. In the second game, they had a poor performance in Junkyard Juke.
They did. They actually were in last place. But that's what I'm saying. And then I think back to earlier games, right? Because this is kind of like a cumulative thing. So, but Ravens Revenge had those three. The first match from World Run was the first place with 29 coins. The second, they came in second with 29 coins. But then in third, everyone had kind of figured it out. They still did manage to make the second time of 636. But what does that mean for all of? I'm getting. Okay, all right. I'm getting to take a deep breath here.
Well, what we can all agree on was that this was an awesome, whole thing in general. The entire Creative World Cup, all three of those maps. Got to give props to the map makers. What was it? 17 builders in total. All these maps, they came together to make them, and they're beautiful and they're amazing to play. So huge props to them. The builders here for the Creative World Cup, just awesome. All from the community.
Huge props, worth 10 points.
Come on.
Got him, baby. Yeah, you like that. You like that. I got him. As soon as he said it, I was like, this guy set himself up. I have to pull the trigger. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry. But, seriously, again, just to echo everything you said, man, this was so much fun. This was so much fun. And to think, too, this was the first half of the day. I just thought about that. We stopped Pro-Am. We stopped Pro-Am right after this.
We might have just broke Zeke when he realized that. But regardless, just all around, I'm curious. I want to recall our favorite moments here. What were your favorite moments here, Zeke, from this Creative World Cup? Was it the Funky Fighters taking the point? Was it that last moment with Sand?
Okay.
Fish Fam.
So that was definitely, absolutely. If that wasn't your favorite moment of the whole Creative Finals, I'm not sure what else could top that. Maybe there's something I'm not thinking about. I think back to when, the Fish Fam, they had to clutch up that win and they come through with the 5:25 time. We watched Scissors in that run. He just tore through 4 obstacles, literally back to back in one life. Now, eventually he was eliminated, but still, that takes so much precision, and he made it look easy. That's not something that you just do. I mean, I'd argue he's the grandfather of creative, right? He's the guy that stepped forward and said, hey, you want to do this thing called a death run? And we're like, what? He's like, hey, do you like traps? Do you like respawning?
How iconic for that moment to be Scissors and his team. And how iconic would it be if that world run ended up being the decider? But besides that, I know a lot of people here were interested in Lachlan's final performances. We're going to go ahead and take a listen in with his team at the end of that run for him.
All right. Sandy, I'm going to start playing, okay?
All right, yeah.
Or actually, no, I'll start playing when you get to the impulse bar.
Boy,
Nice,
there's a point above you.
Let's go. Well, like, you get this. I'll try, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh. This is the jump that I don't think I can.
Oh my god, Max.
Well, here we go.
No.
Okay, that's...
He actually almost hit that.
I think if he had thrown that impulse the moment he went up, he actually would have impulsed over. Like, it would have been a little hot.
I was thinking the wall there.
Yeah.
Right, just bouncing himself off the wall at the last moment. That would have been crazy. That would have been clutch.
That would have been insanely
clutch. That would
clutch.
have gotten everybody out of their seats because it was those last 3 teams.
Yeah.
Those last 3 teams. I'm glad we got him to, you know, get the confidence to go for the jumps.
Look, it's tough. Like, honestly, like, and then that kind of goes back to what I was saying earlier. You know, when you've been doing this world run over and over. Because don't forget, even in those, when we were in that big section, like, he was killing it. Absolutely. But then when you're like, okay, we're going to the Golden Games, these things have remixes. We'd have to change kind of the way I'm thinking and approach these things. Go from Sky Station to now, like, oh, we can all earn points. What's our strategy? Then we go to the Junkyard Juke. Wait, we have to be 10-point props. You know, maybe I've been running around as a 2-point prop. Maybe I've been that guy that's been rolling in with the 2-point props. And then being like, oh, yeah, world run, we got it, no problem. Oh, we have a single life.
Oof. And that face that he made when he made the jump, that needs to be made into an emote for sure. Exactly. Zeke's got it perfectly. Just unbelievable. The pressure that these guys were under in those final moments. We're still calculating the standings, of course,
Right.
Zeke.
It was just too close. It was so unbelievably close. We have to make sure this is correct. Because, I mean, at the end of this, we crowned the first ever Fortnite World Cup Creative Champions. World champions. The idea of that in itself is insane to me.
Yeah.
Insane.
And it's true, too, because how many countries were here? Like, more than...
Over these 32 players, there was 19 different countries represented across all 8 teams.
That is a World Cup. That is awesome. It's really cool to see. And again, I'm just holding my breath. Because it could even be the Little Whip Warriors, right? Remember them in the Junkyard Juke? They came out on top. They had great guard performances. They had great runs, the props, the timing that they had. Everything matters. And when you look back at it and you're really reflecting, all those single props, the timing that Ninja had when he got into those last couple of seconds, remember? Because it was Ninja and Taldak who ended up getting those props at the last couple. It was literally 20 seconds to go in the map. And they clutch up and make sure that their lead is solidified between first and second.
Yeah, I mean... This seriously could go any way, and we're getting closer and closer to finding out who that is, who will ultimately take home that golden llama and be the Fortnite World Champions of Creative. I mean, we hope you guys here in the stadium have enjoying all the action. I know it's tense. I know. I'm right there with you. My heart is racing. I'm tense too. I feel it. Trust me. And I know for sure these guys on the stage are feeling the exact same way, okay? Now we're getting closer.
They're feeling so tense. Just ridiculously tense.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. If I'm them, I'm literally just, my heart is beating. I don't know what to do. I'm twiddling my thumbs. I'm doing that right now with my pen. I'm not even playing.
All right.
Ooh.
We have calculated the final standings. The votes have been tallied, and the winner of the Golden Games and the overall winner of the Fortnite Creative World Championship is the Fish Fam! Scissors, the grandfather of the Death Run!
El gordo viejo.
Has come through. Zan put the entire team on his back and said these coins are nothing. We will claim the gold Llama Bala, and we will claim the $1 million. prize pool.
Iconic that this team, Scissors, the first World Cup trial that was put out. These three guys were the first qualified players to come through. Zan clutching up in the final moments. Suzu just getting the first record on that map, on the world run, and for it to be in that style. And then, of course, Tyler, we can't forget him. As we see them celebrate together, there's the Golden Llama. And remember, that's a $1 million prize bonus.
That's right, they're splitting it 4 ways. Absolutely massive. But just like you said, I want to just echo this again. Mad props to the entire team. It was not just one person that carried, it was a team effort. And Zan there in that last moment came in clutch. Scissors tearing through all of the traps that needed to be. Tyler back in the prop hunt, needed to just find those shots left and right. Suzu being the first, hitting that massive timer of 5:25. The Fish fam come out on top, and here is just another breakdown. That Golden Llama being the tiebreakers, and Funky Fighters, let's not forget, they were so close. If they had picked up a win there, that might have been enough to put them over the edge. But again, every single team here showed up. 19 different countries represented, over 8 teams through 8 weeks of qualifiers, Bala. And it's all culminated right here in this moment.
And I have to just see the top 4 and the top 5, really, because Chicken Champions with the Silver Llama, that was pretty much what everybody was calculating. That's why it took so long. I mean, that was close. That was so close, within $30,000 between second and third, and that's how, of course, you do earn that llama depending on which set. But all that prizing cumulative. So there you have it. Creative World Champions, it's done. And it's not even...
This is only half, by the way. This is day 1, and we're halfway through the show. We still have Pro-Am. Oh, by the way, we still have duos tomorrow on Saturday. Oh, by the way, we also have solos on Sunday. Yeah, are you already exhausted? Me too. Me too. What an unbelievable day.
It's going to be a great weekend. I can't wait to see what was ahead. And already this day has started off fantastic with this creative action. I was expecting amazing things, and we got it.
That's right, man. Well, of course, we need to crown them the creative champions. So that's enough from us on the desk. Let's actually send it down to Golden Boy to crown ourselves some champions.
Thank you so much, gentlemen. What a grueling run this was, but we have finally come down to it. We have crowned our champions, but we got to make it official, baby, and there's only one way to do that, and it's right here in the winner's circle. So why don't everyone here at Arthur Ashe Stadium, let's welcome to the stage the Fish fam. Congratulations, guys. One more time. Give it up for the Fish fam. Gentlemen, those trophies right there, they're yours. Lift them up for the crowd here to see. You're known as the granddaddy of the death run. For you to be able to win this competition off of the thing that you made your name off of, that must have felt incredible.
I support it, love it, so good at it. So I'm just glad they were on my team.
Hey man, I respect that, you know what I mean? Because obviously this is something that is a long time coming for you. But I gotta talk to you, my man, because I want you realize that one jump won this group here an extra $1 million. So you got yourself $1 million off of a jump. How does that feel today, my man?
I can't describe it. It's unreal. Like, I don't know what to say, to be honest.
What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do with the money?
Probably, I don't know. I need to plan for this.
Responsible. He's gonna be responsible with it, right? That's what we're gonna go for, right?
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. All right, well, guys, gentlemen, congratulations once again. Your winners and Creative World Champions, the Fish Fam!
Fortnite World Cup.
Sí, ahora sí.
One more goes over and that's it. While the record co takes the first match. 1,000 Gotaga and Ravens Revenge.
La concha de tu hermano.
That's it. His feet touch the ground. The impulse doesn't go off. Tamoya takes it for the Funky Fighters.
We are very close.
Yeah, don't.
The Chicken Champions have done enough to round out the final match.
Barely missed there. Finally hits the bouncer and he's gone. There it is.
Oh, he's holding a trophy. Fish Stick is walking out with a silver llama. Let them hear you right now. Let's hear it for all these teams. The Cuddle Crew is keeping it very close. They're keeping it very close. Lin, come on, you have to go. Oh, he hit that person from the blinds. Wait, it's okay. He used the rock.
The recovery.
They knew about it.
The coin. No!
This coin right down here. If he can do this without being eliminated.
There it is. The win. Oh, he missed it, but gets it with the trap trigger. The Fish Fam.
Okay, hey guys, I'm Bloom Falconer. I'm from the South Bay in California. My city is called Redondo Beach.
Hello, my name is Arkham and I am from California. I'm really excited to come here because the Fortnite World Cup is a great opportunity to show like you have all the best players around the whole world, so I want to see if I can prove myself to be the best or not. I think our competition is probably, the biggest one is probably ourselves.
Yeah, other than that, probably Cease and Elevate.
Yeah.
They're really good.
Yeah, they're pretty nuts.
Yeah. I think the biggest moment I had was finding Arkham as a duo partner, actually. It wasn't anything that really happened in-game. I went through a rough patch. I didn't have a duo. I ended up like not working out with my previous duo, and I was kind of nervous because World Cup was coming up, and I ended up finding Arkham, and we played a few games, and we knew it was clicking, so.
Oh, holy. All right, I would just like to thank my family and friends for supporting me all the time.
I really want to shout out the boys back home. Thank you so much for all the support. My family too, especially. And we're really excited to be here at the Fortnite World Cup.
Hey guys, it's Kitty Plays, and I'm in the lounge right now, and I want to know if these guys could describe
I feel like the most common one from me and my friends when we play Fortnite is he's one shot. So, yes, and he's never one shot. It's, yeah.
Wild, creative, and fun.
Those are some good words.
Unique, challenging, and creative. Yeah.
Fortnite. Amazing. Amazing.
Clapping bots, bro.
I appreciate that one. Yeah. If you could describe Fortnite in 3 words, what would it be?
Super hyper entertainment. Yeah. Yeah.
I like that.
Run, build, push. I don't know. Fingers crossed, man. That's my 3 words. Fingers crossed, man. Yeah.
My name is Aiden. I'm from Ohio, and I'm a professional Fortnite player for Ghost.
My name is Sean. I'm from British Columbia, Canada, and I'm also a professional player for Ghost.
Sean and I were both looking for a partner. We just tested it out, and we ended up taking 5th place the first duo week of the Open qualifiers. He is more of a passive player, and I'm more of an aggressive player. I think we really just combine, and we help each other out a lot. Like if I'm gonna push a fight, and it's a bad fight, he'll just, he's passive, so he'll make sure I don't get eliminated. It's an honor to be here, really, with all these players. There's people here that I've never heard of, and they could be millionaires by the end of the week, so just stay confident. If we're gonna do it, we just full send it. It's a really good feeling just to be able to play against everybody, and you gotta be elite to get here, so it's just a good time.
Stay on your grind, and don't let anyone stop you.
I am here at Obs Island. I have taken over. This is where our observers are. So the guys in game that are following all of the players around, getting their perspectives. And I am joined by one of our observers here. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Who are you? What are you doing? What's your job?
Sure, yeah, my name's Teko. I'm one of the head observers here, so we like to capture the in-game portion as well as we can, and we really want to make sure that we're showing off the game correctly. So we have to organize the teams properly, and then my job specifically is to make sure we're covering the action that we really want to see.
Makes sense. A huge fan experience that you are essentially having to capture with all of these screens here. It can get a little bit hectic here, I've heard. How do you guys keep calm?
Yeah, really, we're just a huge team atmosphere here. Like, we have fun. It's kind of just, like any old sports team, really. Like, we're all best friends. We hang out after. We have fun on the way out here. We have fun when we're here, and it's always a good atmosphere in here. People come here to relax at the island.
Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy day to talk to me about this. Fortnite is all about fun first and foremost. So while you guys are out here in the crowd at home watching the World Cup this weekend, you have Teko to thank for all of those awesome observer shots.
Hi, I'm Kat and I'm from Australia. I think Salty is definitely by far my favorite drop spot since there's a lot of loot and it's central of the map, so it's easy to rotate. Right now my biggest competition is definitely my duo partner Soz. He's also competing in the Soz competition. Wow, it's it's definitely heavy, but yeah. Wow, it actually looks really cool. Can't wait to see you at the Fortnite World Cup.
Huevo, esa está haciendo cualquiera, boludo.
I'm Lachlan. I'm here in New York for the Creative World Cup and the Fortnite Pro-Am. The Creative World Cup is a lot of fun and actually very excited for the Fortnite Pro-Am with Liam McIntyre. So I actually met Liam at the Pro-Am last year. He was Muselk's partner. Super cool dude, down to play some games, looking forward to it. We haven't had any time in to play together yet, but I think it'll be fun. So the charity I've chosen is the Logan Pediatric Hospital today, so just trying to get back to the local area. My favorite weapon right now in the current meta, probably leaning towards the combat shotgun or the pump. I switch between both of those. Probably going to lean more towards the combat for the Pro-Am, but with the recent nerf, maybe the pump. I'll see. It depends if I'm taking long range or close range fights. probably more long range because I'm playing a bit more safe today. So for the last prom in LA, I actually dressed up as my codename Elfskin. Unfortunately this time, won't be looking as cool. I got a nice little kit from the whole team. We got all of our flags on one side from each country that we're from, and of course the Creative World Cup logo and our names on the back. Because you know what they say, you look good, you play great.
What's going on, guys? Jordan Fisher here with Ewok, Sundown and Zeke, and Ewok and I want to show you guys some ASL that we use to communicate with maybe where we're dropping, certain things that need to happen late game in competitive situations. Are you guys cool to learn some of that with us? You guys can try this at home as well, maybe if you're in the stadium here. So it's very important, obviously, to be able to call out where it is that you are going, maybe where you're going to drop, right? You want to talk about it a little bit beforehand. It's very important. It's really simple, actually. You're going to have the letter that you, like the beginning of it, maybe it's Salty Springs, right? Just going to have an S, and then show what it is on the other side, right?
Gotcha.
There's a handful of them. You can do Lucky Landing, right? You do Paradise Palms. Those are some general POIs, right, that are very important. Some late game tips, right? Maybe you need to tell somebody, okay, tunnel.
Tunneling, gotcha.
Tunnel.
So you like make a tunnel.
You literally just make a tunnel with your hands. It's that simple. It's right here, right? This last one is interesting. I don't really know how to explain it per se, but we're just gonna show you, and it's this right here.
So that looks like a Neo tilted. No, so he said it was situational, so it can't be Neo tilted. Look, can you show us one more time?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. It's this right here.
So it definitely, that to me looks like high ground retake, because it's like he's going up and then they're able to get it and then they're good, so they start shooting. It's definitely a high ground retake. So now you guys know how we say high ground retake. I mean, thank you so much for teaching us the ASL.
It's our pleasure. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Jonesies, Bonesies, and everyone in between, welcome back. We are now into the Pro-Am pre-show. In just a little bit, you are going to see 100 of the top Fortnite players and celebrities battling it out on the Battle Royale Island. My name is Sundown, joined here by Bala TW. Bala, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing amazing. Literally, we couldn't have a better ending to the Creative Finals. And to top it all off, we get to go right into the Pro-Am. We paired a lot of our favorite Fortnite personalities with a celebrity figure, and it's, as it proves to be many times, it's going to be awesome again.
It's a lot of fun. We've seen a ton of great gameplay coming out of the Summer Block Party back in LA, and we're excited to do it again. And there's actually some pairs here who have played before. We'll get into that a little bit later, but excited to be here and excited to see these guys take the stage and also to get BR kicked off. But let's talk a little bit about what we saw in the creative final. I think it's almost poetic that Scissors was able to take it away on the last world run. His team, known for the death runs, known for being one of the first major pioneers of creative as a whole. It was a game mode people hadn't got, and it took the Fortnite world by storm. And to see them clutch up in the Golden Games in the final moment, and it was the team decision too. We got to listen to the calls.
Yeah. Iconic. That's basically all you can say about that. The first to even have their creative trials to qualify in, and then of course the first 3 players to qualify for the Creative World Cup. So that's all I can say. Iconic. That's it.
It's like it has to be, and you know they're celebrating after the fact that Fishman able to get out there and do it. And it was kind of a come from behind because they were there. They're relatively consistent over the course of it, but they really caught up to speed. And for me, that's largely about what Fortnite and Creative in particular for this final was about. How quickly can you adapt to what's going on around you, and how are you able to work with your teammates to maximize your potential? Fish fam able to do that. Congratulations to all of you guys. It was a pleasure to watch that, and also just the fact that they beat the world run so fast. We spent weeks testing. Before that moment, there had been 3 people, period, who had ever finished it, and we watched them absolutely destroy the course.
The second try they even attempted and they completed it faster than they even did in the next one. So just unbelievable performance, and it's got to be also the rest of those guys who played in creative, unbelievable there. But it's not over here. We've got the Pro-Am coming up. We're here at the Fan Festival. People are hanging out. People are having a good time.
People are hanging out, having a good time, and filtering inside as well. The players are getting ready. We're almost to the point where we're ready to go, but we still need to talk about what's up for grabs here in the Pro-Am. $3 million on the line, but per usual, all going to charity for a good cause, for some fun. Actually got to go up to the Players Lounge, talk to some of the guys, and they're incredibly happy to just be here, meet the other players, have the positive interactions all around gaming. It's about those shared experiences, getting out there with your friends, interacting, having the time, whether it's on VR, in real life, whatever you need to do. That's what video games are all about.
Yeah, that's what it is all about, and I've seen actually a number of World Cup qualified players who are going to be playing tomorrow and on Sunday, just hanging around, doing some, fan meets, doing some signings, all sorts of stuff, and just overall having a good time watching the games, playing in the Fan Festival.
I mean, you need to get used to this environment. If you haven't been down here, if you have a ticket, come on down, come hang out, check those out, because there is so much going on, so many people to talk to. The players are around here, we're hanging out, and also don't forget, if you're at home, you can tune in and join the fun. You can use the hashtag Fortnite World Cup. You can go to Fortnite.com/watch. There is so many ways for you to get involved and just be a part of this. This entire thing is a spectacle. It's more than just the Battle Royale and the stuff that's playing, and it's about these players and celebrating the awesome stuff that they do.
The interactions, whether online or in person, are amazing. I haven't yet gotten a chance to take a look at that hashtag after that Creative World Cup, after Sand hit that jump. I can't wait to do it later, go back in time on Twitter and see what the reaction was.
But to see, because during one of the tests, we had like a relatively similar moment. The entire stadium was empty, and I thought I was about to pass out. Like, I hit the castle jump, and I literally stood up, and I was like, I don't know what to do with my hands. Like, I'm good. This is the most amazing moment. So then to watch Sand have that moment, have his team surround him, and know that you lifted yourself above in what was literally their last chance. That decided if you don't take that home right there, you don't get the golden lobby. You don't have the thing you need to then be the first ever creative world champion. And that moment is just the start to an amazing weekend. We're going to have so many more little moments like that that will define people's gaming careers, or maybe it'll just be the kickstart of it.
Yeah, it will be the kickstart of it. I'm pretty sure for a lot of these guys, it's going to be the kickstart. It started off in the Fortnite World Cup all the way back in April. They played for 10 weeks. They competed. Program's going to be a little bit of a preview of that. It's going to be amazing. All the preparation, all the hard work, all the friendships and the heartbreaks, everything. It's going to be so cool to watch.
And one thing I'm particularly excited about with the Pro-Ams is seeing the evolution of just kind of, I don't want to say the casual game, but these guys really kind of press it. We've seen every single time somebody is bringing something new, whether it's the professional players or the celebs who are coming. I mean, just Joey Bosa last time was doing this like reverse ramp top rotation, and it was gorgeous. But the players are ready and out on the stage, so enough from us. We are going to kick off the Celebrity Pro-Am with a pair you probably saw before. It is Robert Abisi and Ghost Aiden. Robert now being one half of the electronic duo known as Lost Kings. You know them from their songs Bad and You. And before they were famous, their first paid gig was in a bowling alley. Him and Aiden competed last time in the Pro-Am, and were one interaction short of taking home that top spot.
They came in second, lost only by 4 points. In a 1v1 that went Symphony's way. Aiden against Symphony. What a memorable moment from that Pro-Am.
And Aiden is also one of 2 controller players who has qualified for the duo portion of the Fortnite World Cup. And now on to our next duo, Mario Hezgonza and Nick Marks. Mario, of course, being a professional shooting guard for the Portland Trail Blazers. He is also representing Croatia on their national team. And then Nick Merckx, all about the M-Fam rep in there. Had a fantastic barbecue last week. Definitely recommend you check that out. Did some awesome stuff for his community, and he's excited to be here. Originally competed in Gears of War, made his name through streaming, and now has a very thriving community.
Zonja on the Portland Trail Blazers hails out of Croatia. We're going to go ahead and continue on inside the Arthur Ashe Stadium. We have Nick Shanholtz and Ghost Sean. Nick Shanholtz being the other half of the Lost Kings duo, of his brother being Robert Abisi. And of course, they're best known for tons of awesome remixes by Imagine Dragons, Vance Joy, and then standing next to him there is Sean, the Fortnite pro, who's, you know, competing with Aiden. We talked about it.
Yeah, he was one of the first